visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper.
Come together right now over me.
Hey, this is Cameron Cooper with Happy Hour. Tonight is Wednesday, October 6th, 2010. We are here with Happy Hour with Cameron and Melissa. Say hello, Melissa.
How's everybody doing?
Guys, we have a fantastic show for you tonight. Let me tell you. Coming up later in the show, live in-studio interview with a local band here, up and coming, is Moonshine Massacre 16. They have a little bit of a flavor of, I listened to like 8 of their songs today. They've got like a Johnny Cash, rockabilly, death metal. It's a strange combination mix, but it works, and they're fantastic and a little bit scary. So don't get scared. But this is October. Halloween's coming up at the end of the month, and we're going to have a special Halloween program for everybody. I'm sure here at Wavelength Radio, you're listening to Happy Hour with Cameron and Melissa. Give us a call at any time at 877-835-1937. What is so funny about that, producer?
Our audio is down.
Okay.
Just saying.
No, that's okay, guys. Give us a call or
Just tell 'em.
email us also at radio@coolwavepictures.com.
Our software.
We want to hear from you.
We could tell him the truth, Charles. Yeah. You know, I think the truth is best. Here's what happened.
Our software expired.
Well, we were talking about sports and porn, and I got a little excited, and I took one of the microphones in the ladies' room, and now our audio is not working properly. And I'm really sorry about that, everyone, but we're working to get it up and running, and I might have to buy the station a new microphone.
Oh my God, you are naughty, Melissa.
I'm sorry. I had a rough day, and and we were talking about
stress reliever.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Oh my God. Well, thank God you're here, Melissa. And I apologize. We want to say God bless out to Cammie Spiegel. She was on our show a couple weeks ago, actress, model, and radio personality.
Smoking hot.
And she is smoking hot.
Yes.
Thank you very much. She's about 6 feet tall,
Yeah.
thin as a rail, and
Blonde bombshell.
a blonde bombshell.
Yeah.
She is like Barbie in the flesh.
Yeah.
And she's also, we discovered the last time she was here, a fashion design.
She's multi-talented.
She is. She's like entrepreneur.
She's amazing.
Where does it stop?
Yeah, it doesn't stop.
She was going to present tonight,
I
and
wanna
God
be her
bless her,
sugar
she's
baby.
ill. She's going to present Melissa, not tonight, but maybe in the very near future, hopefully only a couple of weeks, some designer Daisy Dukes, compliments of
yeah, baby.
Cammie Spiegel.
Yeah, they're gonna be hot. Trust me. I picked out. It took me 2 hours, Cameron, to customize my design.
Oh, you were part of this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, she wouldn't make me a pair without me customizing them. So I had to customize the cut and how far I wanted them to come up, and if I wanted the pockets to show, how many bleach spots.
God.
Yeah, everything.
Was this a sheet you filled out, or you just
No.
talked to her?
I looked at examples on her website.
Okay.
And I customized it that way. I kind of looked at a couple different pairs, and then I communicated with her which were my favorites. And then she asked me a bunch of questions, and I wrote it all down. So it is literally a custom pair of Cammie Spiegel Daisy Dukes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're going to be awesome.
Am I going to be happy when I see them on you?
I think all of you are going to be a little happy. I think that I'm probably going to need a bodyguard that evening.
Oh my God!
I've arranged for one. No, I'm kidding. You want to do it?
I'll do it.
All right. Okay. I've got my bodyguard.
Protect your body.
Now, when I look at these Daisy Dukes on you, Melissa, am I gonna? Because I like to sing, of course. Am I gonna feel so inspired to go? Just the good old boys.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, you're not gonna know that.
Hallelujah.
You're not gonna know that I'm a little bit older than I say I am. Wink, wink.
Oh. You know what? I cannot wait, guys. You are listening to Happy Hour with Cameron and Melissa. I'm getting ready to go. Just the good old boys.
Now, don't you go taking the other microphone in the bathroom, okay? No around the rim shots or whatever you want to call it.
No, I think Chris and Cody, the lifestyles of Chris and Cody, they take care of those bathroom shots.
Life and Times.
I apologize. The life and times of Chris and Cody. They take care of the bathroom shots. Thank you, Cody.
Oh, that's great.
No, honestly, guys, this is going to be a great show tonight. We do have a in-studio interview with a local band, and they are new. They have a great influence, I think, to let the world hear.
They're so young.
They are. I think they're like 21, 22, 23,
Yeah,
something along
they're
those
babies.
lines.
They're babies, but I haven't had a chance to listen to their music, Cameron. But you say that they're very good, yes?
Yes, they are.
And they have
And
a-
I apologize. I tried to get some clips together tonight for these guys. They do have some, and
The replay.
if we can put them in the replay. So when you guys, we're live tonight on Wednesdays, but we will repeat this
We're only halfway live.
halfway live.
Hey, you know what?
But
If it's
for the
live,
rest of the
Cameron,
week,
it's live.
24/7, several times a day, you will get the opportunity to hear Happy Hour repeated through the week until next Wednesday when we will go live again. So our producer has promised us that he'll be able to put these songs from Moonshine Massacre 16 in the loop, and you'll get to hear their songs. So that's fantastic.
Awesome.
What were you going to say, Melissa?
No, actually, I already lost my train of thought, Cameron. So let's talk about something else.
Can we talk about your Daisy Dukes again?
I'm telling you, I think these things are going to be really cute. I mean, I customized the color of the paint and everything. I talked to Cammie on the phone as she was splashing paint on my very own pair.
Oh,
of
they've
Daisy
got
Dukes.
paint?
Yeah, paint, bleach, the whole. They're going to be very
So
interesting.
they're more like Home Depot kind of Daisy Dukes instead of
well,
like...
yeah, they're like a work of art. That's what I. Yeah,
Ah.
definitely. That makes them more interesting.
See, I used to work at Home Depot in the paint department.
Well, think about it, because then I could actually wear a tool belt, right? And I
Oh,
could have-
yeah.
Yeah, see, and I could wear like a black wife beater and have some tools handy
I'm
for
looking
my
at
Daisy
it.
Dukes, and maybe even wear some combat boots with it too. What do you think? Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll come in
Hot.
next. I'll just wear a tool belt.
Hot. Does that make you want to rebuild your home?
It does inspire me to maybe rip up some tile or, relay some carpet or something like that.
Oh! You know what, Melissa? I'm going to have to change the subject. And we're going to have to bring this topic back here because I am ready to change the subject, guys.
Okay, ready to change the
All right.
subject.
Guys, in the news, though, seriously, changing the subject to a serious topic here. In the news, Monday, this is the 6th, so that would have been the 4th. Monday on the 4th. Or was it the 5th? I can't remember. Anyway, guys,
Dates are not important. Monday.
dates are not important, but it was Monday of this week, guys, in Fresno, California. We have a new hero. And let me find his name here so they say that correctly. Victor Perez. Victor Perez, you are a hero there in Fresno, California. This is actually a grape picker. He's a construction worker, but of course, with home sales, there is no construction work, right?
Right.
So he has subsidized his family. He has 2 children and a wife. He's picking grapes
Okay.
in the vineyard area there in
Right.
California. Of course, Fresno is right around the vineyards there. He saw on the news Monday that a 8-year-old girl was abducted and taken into a car while she was playing out around her streets. And the next day, it had actually been 12 and a half hours when he had actually found the truck that he saw on a video surveillance that they showed on the news.
Right.
12 and a half hours had passed. Now, the FBI states that after 24 hours, it is most likely that you will find the victim of a kidnapping and a sexual assault dead.
Correct.
And 12 and a half hours, that's half the time, guys. This hero, Victor Perez, saw the truck that he saw on the news in a surveillance camera shot, which was black and white. And I looked at it, and I'm thinking, well, it looked like a truck that I've seen.
Right.
But he saw it, and he was suspicious, and he followed it. And his cousin was with him. And they followed it, and then they couldn't see who was driving or the passenger because of the way the guy was driving. So he cut him off, and he still couldn't see. And then the guy took off again. So then he went and cut him off a second time. At that point, he saw a young girl's head pop out of the passenger window. And he said, "This is right." He told his cousin, who was passenger side in the pickup truck, "Call 911 and let him know what we found."
Right.
And he kept pursuing the vehicle. And at one point during this chase that this hero, Victor Perez, is doing, the guy gets scared. And he stops and he opens the passenger door, he throws the girl out of the truck.
Ugh.
And then he takes off. Well, Victor Perez, our hero here, Monday, he stops at that point because the girl's out of there now. And his cousin has already called 911. He stops and he starts assisting the young girl.
Right.
And she was sexually assaulted, kidnapped, and will probably be damaged for life.
Right.
But they are going to get her all of the best counseling and all of the best treatment that she can.
And she's
but
alive.
thank God,
Yeah.
it's a terrible, terrible situation. But thank God, this hero stopped it from being death,
Right.
which is the worst.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
he saved her life. Yeah.
He saved her life. And so my kudos to you tonight, guy, Victor Perez there in Fresno. I tried to research you. I wanted to get you on the radio show and talk to you tonight because I'm very impressed with you, and you have all of the glory and all of the grace, and God bless you for being there in the right time. And I watched your deliverance on I forget the channel, but you are such a humble man. If you guys watch this video later and watch Victor Perez as he's standing there with the chief of police there in front of the headquarters of Fresno, the news reporter is asking him questions, and the guy is just so humble.
Right. That's
It was just
awesome.
unbelievable. It's like he said, "Thank God that I was here
right
to be in
able
this
to
position
help her. Yeah.
to help her."
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
he wasn't reaching for any glory. They even the news reporter I thought was inappropriate. She said, "Well, what kind of a reward are you looking for this?"
Jeez.
You know, and I thought, my God, it's like this guy just saved a young girl's life, and you're asking about his monetary reward for that?
Yeah.
Obviously, this guy didn't want any reward, or he wouldn't have done what he did.
Right.
And like he said in the interview, was that, you know, I live in this community, and I want to stand up for my community.
Well, it
And-
could have been one of his children. I mean,
Exactly.
honestly,
He's
if
got
a-
two kids.
If he's a father, that's exactly what he's thinking. He's thinking it could have been one of my children. So, you know.
You know, so thank God he was there, and thank God he's a humble, humility kind of person like that.
Right. No, absolutely. Hat off to him.
Guys, I think we're coming up on a break. And we will be back with you at the next half hour. We are going to have, the Moonshine Massacre 16 band live in the studio talking about their music, and we want your support on that. We'll be back with you in a minute. We're going to play some good music for you that you feel is fitting for this moment. We'll be back in a minute.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper.
Come together right now over me.
Hey, this is Cameron Cooper. We are back at Happy Hour here with Melissa and Cameron. This is
And Juno.
and Juno, our studio mascot. Thank you, Juno, for being here. She's such a lovely young lady. This is October 6, 2010. We're here in studio with Melissa. Coming up here in the next half hour, we're going to have...
Major delay.
We are going to have
Does that mean I can eat my
Moonshine
pretzels?
Massacre 16 local band
What?
here.
What?
Rockabilly kind of band, actually. I'm sorry.
What?
I said, does that mean I can eat my pretzels?
I think my producer and my co-host here, Melissa, are having a pretzel something going on.
No, Juno. Juno's having. Look at this. Look at.
And
so
Juno's part of it.
this
You
massive
guys
Siberian
can actually-
Husky is
our
staring at me.
Our radio mascot here, Juno.
She's staring at me with her tongue out. She's got her paws on my lap, and she's got this look on her face that says, "Look, bitch, give me a pretzel now."
She wants it. Now, you guys, like I mentioned before, we have a celebrity segment. And I believe last time we talked about celebrity segment, I had mentioned meeting Michael Douglas and Carl Malden in San Francisco, shooting the TV series The Streets of San Francisco. So I got a chance to meet Michael Douglas there, and that was fantastic. That was back in the mid to late 70s, and that was a great experience. And I'd already mentioned on the other show I had met Kurt Costner and Ricardo Montalban, and I believe Vice President. Oh my God, that's terrible. Dan Quayle, Vice President Dan Quayle.
What's terrible?
He
That
couldn't,
I
he
forgot.
couldn't remember his name.
Oh, great. That's a great laugh for me to insert the pussy laugh.
Tonight, though, I'm going to. Actually, I think I mentioned last radio show because Robin Egan filled in for us on the last show because I was indisposed, and as well as Robin. I mean, not Robin. I'm not Howard Stern. For Christ's sake, I mean Melissa.
Wow.
Just exposed.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God! And you're not black.
No, but I can bring out my inner Medea.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, guys. This is getting out of control. But no, actually, no. On the last show that me and Melissa were together, White Melissa, we were actually talking about.
Melissa. You want to just call me Shaniqua? Don't make me get ghetto on your ass.
No, I had met Jeffrey Osborne, sort of a contemporary singer, and stayed about 45 minutes in the hotel room with him, trying to get a separate or a better upgrade to his room. And we did not talk about music. We talked about Indianapolis, and that's where I was at Omni Severn Hotel in Indianapolis, Indiana. And we had talked about his room and about his accommodations and the city and the weather and everything else. But I deliberately did not bring up who he was and music and all that because I thought he's probably done with that. And I was hoping to get a tip too. And so I left it alone, and we just talked about like regular people. Like you wouldn't know he was Jeffrey Osborne, but I knew he was. And it was a great time. And he was very down to earth. So that was a great experience. But tonight, I want to bring up a celebrity segment that I have not mentioned before, and I'm going to have to remember who it was. I've already mentioned Johnny Cash, Ricardo Montalban, Kurt Costner, Michael Douglas, and you guys already heard Solomon Burke, which I had on the radio show here a few weeks ago. Fantastic. Solomon, I don't know if you're listening tonight, or Jane, his manager.
Nobody's listening tonight.
She is fantastic. I always see Jane is always like online when I'm online. She's
Charles,
she's just on there.
I'm gonna spank
And
you.
I'm really tempted to just say, can you tell Solomon I said hi, and stuff like that. But I won't. Solomon added me to his Facebook page, and I'm happy with that. So I'll correspond on those avenues. But I have a quick instant message situation there, and I won't take advantage of that. I just won't. But it's nice to have Solomon as a friend now, and that was a guy that I so looked up to and had him on the show, and I was very actually nervous when he was on the show.
Yeah, you were
And
saying you were a little emotional, like you were kind of
I was
you
emotional.
were blubbery, like you met a woman or something,
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Solomon is like, he sings this soul music. It touches your heart. And it's like, I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, a girlfriend, a wife, a child. There's another part of your heart that people reach to and touch sometimes that like sort of like encompasses all of it in a way.
right?
And Solomon Burke did that for me with his songs. And so I was, when I interviewed Solomon, I was emotional, and I was sort of out of place. I was out of sync. And I hope to talk to him again. And he said the same to me, so I hope we do.
You know what, Cameron? I'm going to bring up a little celebrity thing because you know about this. I was excited as a little kid when I found out that I was going to be flown out to San Diego to party backstage with Tom Petty and ZZ Top. And unfortunately, Tom Petty has been very ill. He got strep throat or an infection of the throat, and I had to, that was canceled. Obviously, I didn't get to go on my trip. But I am super bummed about that. Just wanted to say.
I am sorry.
I know. I'm really bummed. And they said that they're going to reschedule the Phoenix concert, and I will have another chance to go and party with them and hang out. But even still, you know, I text you, Cameron. I said, I'm so stoked.
I got them.
I have a ticket to San Diego. I'm going to party with Tom Petty and ZZ Top backstage, and then we're all going out into Hollywood. And it got canceled. My dreams have been crushed. So I just wanted to share that with everyone.
I felt so bad for you, Melissa,
dry
when
my
I
tears.
heard that.
Dry my tears.
No, I will. I promise you I will.
But you know, Tom Petty can't help being sick. But I'm going to yell at him right now and say, Tom, you need to take better care of yourself because that's
Yes,
just
he
ridiculous.
does.
First the Phoenix concert's canceled, then the San Diego concert. What is a girl to do? I mean, I sat home and cried for hours.
Now, I am very sorry to hear that. And Tom, we do wish you well, buddy. Hope you feel better. And please get Melissa out there for the concert.
Yeah, I wanted to take some pictures and some video for the website and maybe interview him for the radio. That was just going to be a whole shebang.
Now, I want to also mention that my brother emailed me today. Now, Max, who was on the program the last time we were with Cammie Spiegel.
Right.
He had mentioned the guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne.
Correct.
And Zach something is his name.
Right.
Okay. He had played like Rock'em Sock'em Robots with him when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
My brother emailed me today and said this guy, he just canceled his performances with this band that he's with because he's ill.
Oh, Zach?
Zach had to cancel the band that he's with. I forget the name of it, Black Label something. He had to cancel his tour date because he's ill.
Everybody's getting sick. What's
And
going on?
that's the email that you sent me earlier today. Is like everybody's getting sick.
You know what?
And then I was at the store today. I'm sorry to cut you off, Melissa, there, but I was at the store today, and everybody is around in the grocery stores and everywhere with like tables out. It's like flu shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh my God, well, maybe I'm going to get one. And I saw this guy sitting over there at the table. And the last time I went, the guy was like, well, I'm not on yet. And then this guy, I looked at him and he's like, he looked like somebody that wanted to give me a disease. So, anyway, so I thought, I'm not going to get my flu shot today.
Right.
But I mean, they're out there. And then you text me, everybody's getting sick. It's like, I don't know. It's like, what do I do?
Yeah,
Should I get the flu shot?
I think people should start buying some more vitamin C. That's what I think. Especially the rock stars, because, I mean, come on. We count on them. We count on them to be ready to rock and roll for us, and they're sick. I'm not saying they can't get sick, but I'm saying they should take extra precaution.
You need to take extra precaution at all times, especially during sexual intercourse.
Absolutely.
Because you do not want to bring an unwanted life into the world and not be responsible for this child.
Gotcha.
You are fortunate that someone like me has the opportunity to look after some people that were done that way.
Sir,
Charles wants to say
Excuse
something.
me, sir.
I'm permanent birth control, by the way.
He's permanent. Charles Peterson, producer, is
Charles,
permanent birth control.
Is that a joke that no one will sleep with
No,
you? Or
he's
how does
had
that...
a snippet.
Oh, okay. I'm just... All right. Okay.
I've had a snippet.
He's had a snippet.
You know, I just want to say from a woman's perspective, that's definitely a turn on. When a man says that he's been fixed, I immediately go 2 levels up in the arousal department.
You're making him sound like a dog.
Well, yeah, but...
Can you howl for us? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Condoms and vitamin C. Condoms and vitamin C. That's all I have to say.
What's the vitamin C for?
Yeah, what
For not
vitamin
getting
C?
ill. We were just talking about you got to stay well. But you got to stay well 2 different ways. Vitamin C and condoms. All right.
Guys, you are listening to Happy Hour at Wavelength Radio We'll be back for you in a moment with the local band Moonshine Massacre 16 in studio live for an interview. Give us a call at 877-835-1937. This is Cameron and Melissa with Happy Hour. We'll be back with you in a minute.
Ta-ta.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper.
Come together right now over me.
Guys, thanks for being here. This is Happy Hour with Cameron and Melissa. This is October 6th, 2010. Live in the studio tonight is Moonshine Massacre 16. Guys, give a holler!
We're just Moonshine Massacre, not 16. That's the email.
Oh, I messed it up.
Hey, don't worry, I love you.
Well, thanks for having us.
All right, guys.
Well, now we have a head start on the email address.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We're already at Moonshine Massacre 16 at yahoo.com.
All right.
All right.
Give them a holler and a shout and let them know. All right, guys, thanks for being here in the studio live tonight on a spur of the moment. Cammie, God bless you. We hope that you can come back to see us again soon with your Daisy Dukes from Melissa.
I want you to be good. I want you to be better.
Guys, maybe we can have you back when Cammie brings the Daisy Dukes. Would you like to be here?
I'll wear them.
You'll wear them.
I'm down.
All right,
No,
guys, you
they're
hear
my
that?
Daisy Dukes.
We've got
Back off.
Moonshine Massacre in Daisy Dukes
You
also.
get the left cheek, I'll get the right cheek.
Okay.
Oh my God. All right, guys, this is getting out of control. We're going to have more calls than we can handle at 877-835-1937. Email us at radio@coolwavepictures.com. We want to hear from you. Guys, you are a new band here. If you guys heard a commotion there, we've had a lot of thunderstorms and tornadoes and hail
Golf ball
here,
size hail.
here in the Phoenix Valley. My back windshield of my car got demolished, okay? It's just shattered glass is all it is. Melissa, what happened to you in this storm last night?
You know, my truck got damaged, but really, I thought it was kind of interesting. I was excited because it was out of the norm, and my day was getting a little boring, so it was fun. I liked it.
Weather has a lot to do with Moonshine Massacre, but hey, I love you.
It
guys.
doesn't have a lot to do with Moonshine Massacre,
No,
but
we
guys,
were
you
explaining
weathered
the
the
big boom
storm.
there. Come
Oh,
on
my
now,
bad.
the big boom.
I wanna.
And Moonshine Massacre, guys, introduce yourself. We've got a drummer and guitar player and writer and singer tonight. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Andrew, our Drew Dog from Moonshine Massacre. I'm the guitarist and vocalist, and this is...
I'm Jules Von Doom, drummer extraordinaire. All right, I'm not that good, but I'm pretty damn good.
Thank you, guys. Now, I've got a couple questions for you, and I want you guys to cut loose and tell us any dirty stories you've got about coming to be a band. All right? What are your influences, and who influenced you? How did you get to where you're at? You guys are what, 21, 23 years old?
21, 22, yeah. And, well, basically, Moonshine Massacre came about when I was about 16, 15, in my hometown in L.A., and basically a captain from Iraq who knew a friend of mine, a neighbor, came back with some moonshine from Kentucky on his way home, got drunk, woke up the next morning, had some band practices with some other bands, and came up with the name Moonshine Massacre for my hangover. And really, my influences are, what do you want to say, like the guy on the street, Tom Waits, the weird rockabilly guy, Hazel Atkins, the weird kind of like country, toony, dark southern-y kind of sound, if you want to say. And the drummer here has his own influences.
My influences mainly are you, Cameron. Cameron and this sexy goddess, Melissa. Holy crap.
You hear this guy? He's totally full of it.
Well, we appreciate that. But seriously, guys, now you've expressed.
Are you trying to say I'm not a goddess, Cameron? Is that what you're saying? Right?
No,
not
that
till
was,
I wear the
Melissa,
Daisy
no,
Dukes,
seriously,
right?
I was not. No,
Cameron, you
God,
call
I'm
me
in
a
the
liar? You
doghouse
call me a
now.
liar?
I'm in the doghouse now. I'm in the doghouse now.
Don't worry, guys. He's gonna be bowing to me like I'm a goddess when I put those Daisy Dukes on. Just
Oh,
watch.
yes, indeed. Get the collar out.
We're all
Okay, and
looking
the
forward
leash.
to that.
Guys, seriously, we appreciate your deliverance of who you are influenced by. But now I've got some specific questions
Let's have him.
Shoot for it.
on what your style was influenced by. Let me ask you about Johnny Cash.
Definitely, obviously.
Johnny Cash is my man. My grandpa, actually, he's an old biker in, of course, L.A., and his influence, like, it's basically my grandpa's influences, like, influenced me. He, like, who was Johnny Cash, Johnny Horton, Hank Williams Sr., and basically, when I was a kid, he used to pay us, like, $5 to know, like, the song from, like, A Boy Named Sue, and, like, we sing the whole song with the record. He would give us $5 and we'd be on our way, so we had to learn the Johnny Cash's songs to get the grandpa's approval.
That is fantastic, man.
That's
And
really-
I thought
that's
so much
creative.
of that.
Thank you.
Now, let me ask you about. I don't think your grandfather would be an influence on this. But what about the Stray Cats?
Hell yeah. Stray Cats were one of my greater influences. That's what really got me into rockabilly, psychobilly. Moreover, because like I'm a drummer, and I started actually in hard rock and death metal. This is a new venue for me. And playing technicality, you got drum fills and cymbals here and say not, but Slim Jim Phantom with just his bass drum, his hi-hats, and his snare, that right there just caught me real quick. So the Stray Cats automatically was on my. I wanted to listen to him, see what the creativity was, how he was able to just harness sound through just a small set.
So this is like a softer thing for you. You're into death metal, you said?
Yeah.
No joke. So this is like, I don't want to say this the wrong way because I'm not a death metal fan, but
It's like
I
driving a
would
muscle
say-
car and getting a moped next.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, but I mean, I would think that this would showcase your talent more. Than,
Yeah, like I
than
said, it's
death
definitely
metal. Yeah.
it's more of a demand for some creativity because
Yeah.
my set is so much more degraded from what it usually is.
And like my point from the Stray Cats, like they're cool for me, but I went more towards like there's older bands than the Stray Cats out there that are psychobilly from like 1963, and their lyrics were also demented and like dark southernly too, and like Hazel Adkins and like also like Tom Waits, who played the piano for Pretty Woman. You can see him on the DVD there. The guy with curly hair.
rockabilly, psychobilly, or rockabilly.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, with Roy Orbison.
yeah. So yeah. So like he comes from like
And
the
then
like the
Entourage.
yeah.
Performance
So
sound.
like yeah. So our sound comes from
It's
like
one of my favorites.
Yeah. So our sound comes from like he comes from the metal, the death metal, and he comes from the death metal, and I come from more like the punk, just like psychobilly, kind of like weird horror story,
Yeah,
southern.
You can definitely tell the fusing of different genres in our music.
Yeah. And every song is pretty much different. It goes from like psychobilly to rock to like some kind of piratey ghost tune.
Fusion is the best nowadays, guys. I think you know that though. Like, I mean, I hate to use this as an example, but one of my favorites, Outkast. Outkast is a fusion of so many different things, and
Yeah.
people didn't know what to make of them at first, but they're in a genre all their own.
Mhm.
Now,
Well, if you're gonna get
yeah.
basic on technicality of music, I mean you can't be ashamed of what you're gonna refer to. The musicians are musicians, and this character in the music, I can say that we definitely have character in our music,
Right.
and I think that puts us apart. Of course, everybody says that,
Yeah.
but I mean, really, you're gonna listen to us and go, "Wow, psychobilly, rockabilly." You're gonna see the halfway through between.
Yeah, you want to be as original as you possibly can because that's really how you're going to stand out. But I think the creativity is really what's going to shine. I mean, no matter what you're doing, what type of music or who's writing or who's playing guitar, ultimately, if you put a lot of creativity and heart and soul into it, it's gonna show.
Yeah, I definitely play with character. I can't stand not having anybody who isn't at least puts their self into their music. That's why Andrew and I, we fuse so well. We don't get along on most of the stuff, but when we play, pretty much everything goes out the window. So we
So you
click
guys
very
fight a
well.
lot.
We argue
Yeah,
about a
lot
lot of
of
stuff.
arguments here and there.
We have different views on how we should take different stuff, but really, once he plays, I play, and then really, it's kind of like, what were we arguing about?
You just-
It's
it
like
just
we're
comes
a
together,
band. The
yeah.
band, obviously, the music just
Yeah, it all
takes
flows.
over.
So you just can't articulate it, and that's ultimately, I think that's what you guys communicate through music, right? So stop talking about it and just play.
Yeah, I mean, we've been together two months now, and it's got like 15 songs.
I've been looking for a band and stuff for like 8 years.
Yeah, the way it actually formed up is I read an ad for him, and I told him, I met him, the first thing I ever said to him was, "You blue tick-hound son of a bitch." I didn't say, "Hey, I'm interested in being a drummer. I'm not interested in your music."
Tick-hound son of a bitch.
And I couldn't get mad at that. And like for me, that was just like, hey, we got a live one here. I got to keep talking to this one. And we're stringing on for about 45 minutes, not knowing who the hell this was. Yeah. And finally, he just showed up to my door one day, and I was like, all right, let's do this. We're serious about it. And
Now, Drew Dog.
yes, sir.
Now, what did you think when I called you tonight and said, "Hey, I want you guys on the radio show tonight"?
Well, like I said, like, I was ready to just lay down, watch a movie, and call it a day. And you called, and I was just straight up to my feet and started stuttering again. I got nervous, and I was like, radio show live tonight. Let's do it. And I didn't even call him, like he didn't call at first. Like answered, kept calling him. And I was like, I'm gonna go down there no matter what, and I'm gonna try to drag him down, like from work or whatever. And we made it, and I'm glad I'm here.
That is fantastic.
And you guys are looking for another member, aren't you? You're
Oh,
looking
yes,
for
we
your
are.
Your third.
Tell us about that.
Well, basically, we're looking for a bass player, and
And not just any cookie cutter bass player. Like I said, we need somebody with character who's going to definitely not necessarily fuse with us, but can definitely work with us. I mean, you can be whoever
somebody
the hell
with
you want.
cojones, right?
yeah, and like also too, like from the psychobilly and rockabilly like sound, we could really use a stand-up bassist. That would put a whole different level onto what we're playing here, and like our songs would be like, I don't know, it would sound like a lot more. I don't know what you want to say, demented, sloppy.
Yeah, we're here to fuck shit up. we're not really looking necessarily for stand-up. It would definitely be
It's a plus.
definitely be a plus. But I mean, if you can play, just show us up. We've been flaked so much. We've had numerous people like, hey, we like your sound, we want to come down, and we've had out of probably 12 people, one person show up and he didn't ever call back. You played with us.
Shame on them, because they could be on the radio show right now, right, Cameron?
They could be here with us tonight.
Shame on those flakes.
Where are they?
Yeah.
You flakes!
You guys need someone edgy. That's what you need. I can see by your just kind of your look there that these guys are a little edgy. They look like kind of timid and meek right now, but I'm guaranteeing if you put instruments in their hands, it gets a little out of control.
We destroy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pretty much have everything except for our bass player.
Stand 10 feet back.
Guys, I got a question for you, okay?
Let's have it.
If you haven't already mentioned this, because I have a little bit of libations on me right now, but how did you guys form the band?
Well, again, like I mentioned earlier, I read an ad.
Oh,
that he
it
posted.
did happen earlier.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 2020, here we go.
I
Light.
answered an ad that he had put down, and I showed up to his house, and I literally had sold my drum set because I was tired of not being able to find musicians that work with character, don't play with, their soul. People out here will play, they'll tell you they play, but then they're like, well, I can't do this and that. It's like, just get out of here then. I'm not going to waste my time. First thing I told Andrew was, don't waste my time.
Same thing.
I told him, give me a week.
I remember reading that in your ad. Don't waste my time, and I won't waste your time.
Like,
That was me.
That was
you.
That's our
Yes.
basis, just don't waste our time, because we can find somebody else. We just can't ever get that time back.
Now, you guys seem pretty passionate about this. Let me ask you, where do you see your guys' band? Obviously, you need the bass player, and maybe you'll add some more musicians along the way. Where do you guys see yourself maybe 6 months, 1 year from now? And what do you want to do?
We have two different venues on that. I think of one thing, he thinks of another thing. Obviously, we want to go somewhere with this. We both know we don't play the music that's going to make us millions of dollars, but we cannot tell the future. I mean, who knows? Maybe we might get a sound and people are like, damn, that's pretty awesome, and they catch on to it. Maybe we're the next trend.
So you want to find the niche.
Well, underground, guys, is not, entirely out of the question, too. I mean, quite a few bands that are really popular, quote-unquote, these days have not gone mainstream, but they have a very large following.
Yeah,
and their
that's
records
pretty much.
sell pretty high.
That's
so,
pretty much what we're looking for.
I mean, you don't necessarily... You can get the revenue without the exposure, if you get what I'm saying. You don't have to live life in the spotlight, but if your records are flying off the shelves, who gives a shit, right?
I
mean,
understand. Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, speaking of that specific situation of notoriety, though, with these Stray Cats, we're going to rock this town, rock it inside out.
Right.
Brian Setzer. I don't know that song ever really was meant to be in any specific category of a venue, but yet it hit. And I think it crossed over, and they played that song on a lot of different stations
Yeah.
with a lot of different genres.
Well, that's usually how it works. See, that's what I'm trying to kind of get at with them is like you make your music and then the songs that you're not making to go mainstream. If you try to tailor to mainstream, you never know what's going to hit. But if you just tailor to you, I mean, shit. Here's a good example. Tina Turner. Okay.
Oh my God, yeah.
What's love got to do with it? She didn't like that song.
Everywhere.
She didn't want to put it out there, right? It was just for her. She wasn't trying to go mainstream with that. But someone listened to it, and next thing you know, Tina Turner's, she's all over the goddamn place.
Which, by the way,
it's
if I could interject here, Melissa, without cutting you off, I apologize. I think maybe I did. But we never really finished the celebrity segment. But
We're
tonight,
celebrities.
though.
well, we're in the midst of celebrities here.
We
See, they're
are.
gonna
We
be
haven't.
celebrities
Coming from the shadows.
But I actually, celebrity segment, the chef of Tina Turner came into the hotel. I won't mention the name. And I scuttled her around there and helped her get the pots and pans and helped her cook Tina's dinner and take it up to the room for Tina that night while she was staying there for a concert
No
here in
joke.
Phoenix.
That's
You know,
cool.
I do
That's
recall
awesome.
hearing that Tina Turner got sick one day. Maybe we can trace that back. Maybe
I'm
we can
telling
trace
you.
this back.
What'd you feed her?
Somebody's out there. It's a conspiracy.
E. coli.
God almighty. So where are you guys trying to get local gigs too? Like, how are you doing
Yeah,
that?
we-
I mean, tell me about your local gigs.
Yeah, cause I'm like I said, I'm originally from California, so I didn't really know anybody out here besides the Craigslist and the MySpace. And basically, I've been moving around from Las Vegas, Missouri, Reno, and looking for other bands out there. But since I'm out here and we're doing this now, and I met this guy's doing pretty good, so I want to stay out here and get this band going. And we already got like 8 songs like complete and stuff. And we got like venues like ready like want us to play. So, I mean, right now it's he has to tell me where to play because I'm still like the new kid in town and over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to get big on the scene with anything, actually, and I got a lot of people that want us to play, and I'm kind of keeping it under wraps because I don't want to get my personal name out there.
Right.
But as soon as, like, I hate to be, I sound like a bigot, but as soon as people know that I'm in a band, I mean, pretty much we're going to be playing often. I want to play a lot because, like I said, this is one of the first bands. I can say this is the first band that I'm actually excited,
Proud to
overly
be a
just
part
proud
of.
to be
Right.
just
Yeah, you really want to
go
shout
out
it
there.
from
Love
the
it.
rooftops. Awesome.
Yeah, this is like to finish earlier. Like when
So-
we met, I sold my drum set. I had one in 5 days. I told him, I was like, give me a week, I'll have a drum set again.
And also too, like my view where you said where do we see ourselves in 6 months? We see ourselves like hopefully playing shows around here. And also too, I have family and friends and people who did shows back there. And so hopefully we have actually a manager out here that wants he's like promoting us and helping us out. And he has an RV like a little band bus. You got to start with something. And I want to actually go down to LA and do a LA gig and a little tour there first and see how people like us.
There you go.
If anybody's playing a house show, I mean, we'll play for free and from booze. So if you get interested, let us know. Same thing as well as find us moonshinemassacre16 at yahoo.com. Throw us anything, even just to talk shit, do it. We're down. We're not going to hurt our feelings.
And if you guys find a bass player, man, it's just the sky's the limit. You guys are going to take off, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we're
It's
hoping
not
so.
if, it's when.
You're right,
You
Cameron.
guys-
I'm sorry.
If you are a bass player that you want to find a spot to camp out and call home, give these guys a jingle here. Moonshine Massacre. These guys are fantastic. Thanks, guys, for being here. You've been listening to Happy Hour at Wavelength Radio with Cameron and Melissa. We have, do I say Lou?
Jules Von Doom.
Jules. I apologize. Jules.
Don't worry about it.
Drew Dog.
Drew Dog of Moonshine Massacre. Guys, excuse me. These guys are fantastic. Melissa, we want to see you in your little Daisy Dukes there.
I second that. I second that motion.
Okay, the Daisy Dukes are inevitable. Like I said, you guys are gonna have to get me drunk too, because you're gonna. I know
Done.
you're gonna be
Done.
following me around like Juno with your tongue hanging out all night. So just give me a few shots so I can handle all the attention.
Deal.
Yes, we will.
Deal.
Cammy, God bless you. Get well soon. We want to see you in here with those Daisy Dukes for Melissa. Moonshine Massacre, thanks for being here. We
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Hey,
Coming
thanks
up
for having
next
us.
here on Wavelength Radio is The Round Table with Charles Peterson, Brian.
Just
Actually,
kidding.
that would be coming up at 9, Cameron.
Oh.
He's very
Oh, did
excited.
I mess up?
Yeah. And now Brian
Oh,
is
Mr.
super
New York.
pissed.
It's got to be the weather.
God's spreading the news.
No, he's gonna
The
start
New York
kicking your ass.
Mr. Brian McKenzie will be up next here for the Brian McKenzie Show. After that, followed by the round table. I apologize. Hey, listen, Moonshine Massacre, thanks for being here. Melissa,
Thank you.
thanks for your patience.
Thanks for having
No
us.
problem.
And thanks for my patience for not having your Daisy Dukes on tonight. My
Yeah.
God, I look forward to them tonight, and I got...
That's why you're flustered. I know.
Make sure you
It's-
invite us back for that. Make sure you invite us back for that.
Yeah.
We'll be back with you next week, guys. Coming up next is Brian McKenzie with The McKenzie Show.
Peace out.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.